Hey guys, I'm back again to open another Beery Christmas one, and this time, like we are the 3rd of December, it will be the third beer, of course. So where were we? You know, we all started here at number 1, then the road goes straight to number 2, and now you can follow, it's here, this one. I'm gonna get it a little closer maybe. So this one, we got to follow to here. So here is our beer number 3. And let's see what we got and what food we can compare with this. So it's best served at 8 to 10%, 10 degrees, 8 to 10 degrees is best served, this beer. And it is very nice with roasted pork. And if we think about roasted pork or any other like meat that goes good with it, I'm always thinking about like darker beers, like double style beers. So let's see. It's a hazelnut brown one from Laugar Brewery. Laugar, yeah. Yes, that's right. So 6.7 ABV, Negu Berria or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce those crazy things. You can see Laugar, and it's a brewery from Spain. It's from Spain. Okay, let's get it in a glass and see how it's tasting. How it tastes. I'm gonna get myself, where is the cash here? The cash flow. Oh, okay, the coin to open the bottle to get the cap undamaged again. Here he is, undamaged, clean, straight, nice. Okay, that's that. Luckily, not much carbonation going on, because sometimes with some of the beers you have had it before also, I think, when it does overflow, is there's too much carbonation. We call it here a gusher. A gusher, like it's flowing on, it's all over your table and you have to clean it. It's really not pleasant to do these things, to clean up all the time with beers that are have too much carbonation. So let's get this one in a glass. I was expecting more of a brownish, even more brown, because this one goes, but it could be, wait, like it's not dark brown, it's more of a copper color. Reddish copper like one, with a slight small head, like not even one finger head. So let's get the nose on this one. So it says hazelnut brown ale. So it has to be a nutty taste. Brown, it will be roasted, of course. Ale, yeah, ale is just when you use yeast, you have 2 types of yeast. You have lager yeast. These yeast strains work best at lower temperatures. And then the ale yeasts, most beer are ales, like Pilsner will be a lager. Ale beers are, these yeast strains work best between 17 and 23 degrees. And the lower ones, the lager, will be much less, I think around 10 degrees. They work best to get your beer ready, to get fermentation going on. Okay, let's try the nose. Yeah, real nutty, really sweet. There must be a lot of hazelnut in this. Like, you know, the chocolate from Belgium, to do on your sandwich. It's called Nutella, and that's a hazelnut chocolate one to put on your bread, and it has the smell very strong of that. Yeah, let's try it. All I can smell is actually hazelnut. It's right, yeah. I think there will be a lot of hazelnut in here. Yeah, a lot of nutty. It's really nutty and sweet. Foremost, at the back, it begins to get bitter, more bitter, and also more dry. Since it isn't a really high ABV, it isn't really warming or something like this, but it sticks well. It's to my palate. It's sticky. It's a sticky one. It's not a creamy one. No, not really creamy, but really dry. That's the part I don't like about this. It is sweet, but also dry, and that's more at the end. In the beginning, you get all the chocolate, maybe a slight hint of coffee in there, the nutty parts, some spicy notes going on, some spicy things, yeah, going on. But that's not always. The problem is that it's not always on the label, of course. Yeah, barley malts, hops, and yeast, and water. That's mostly on these bottles. So I like breweries who put all the ingredients actually on their bottles that are in there, so you can get a much nicer thing to look at when you try the beer. You can get the flavors out already. But that's all I can get in this one. Like the really Nutella-ish thing, chocolate to put on your bread. And yeah, also dry, sweet and dry. You can have that. It started off sweet and it ended really dry. Otherwise, yeah, some roasty notes, like some earthy notes going on. If I have to give it a rating, this one, I'm not gonna rate this really high. It's not because it's a beer from Spain, of course, or is maybe if I try other beers, it's not because I have a beer from France, it will be always a bad beer. That's not true. But this one just let it down. For me, it's not that good. Taste-wise, it's not really full tasting. It's not complex made. So I'm gonna give this 5 out of 10. So just in the middle, 5. Okay, that was my review for the third beer in the Beery Christmas calendar. So I have one more thing to say. I'm gonna do that very short. And that's, I've got it here on the floor. This will be a video I will be making rather soon this year. I'm gonna try it to make it. And that's for all these noobs who are just starting brewing. Like I am also a noob, I will admit that. So I did make rather much beers already. I brewed some already, but I will tell you, it's always with a simple plain buckets. You can buy a starter kit. You have to look for it on the homebrew shops online if you just want to try it, and I tell you it will work if you do it like this. So you get yourself a starter package. It will be around 50 pounds or euros, around that. And there will be like 1 bucket or maybe 2. It's better you get 2 buckets because you want to transfer it during the when the fermentation is over. You got to transfer it to make your beer even clearer. That comes with 2 ways, of course, because when you transfer beers from one vessel to another, there could be always infections going on, and you can get an infection on the beer. So I did 50-50. Sometimes I just let it sit in my 1 bucket all the time, and the yeast will be settled at the bottom. But that's not a problem really. Just when you get it in your bottles, you will see a little bit more sediment at the bottom of the bottle if you have bottled it and it's ready to drink. So what I will be doing in that video is working with these kits, and this is, for example, one of them. So these breweries is from Brewmaker, this one, and I got another one I always also gonna show you. So these breweries make a syrupy like ready beer to make. So in here is like, it's 1.8 kilograms and it's a really syrupy thing. You got to put the can in some hot water. That way it will soften up. It will be much smoother when you get it into your bucket. But that's actually all you got to do, because it's already done. All the meshing has happened, and all of this things, the hops are in here, all is in here. The only thing you have to do is add like 1 kilogram of sugar or something like that, or just malts, because you have, I use the powder malts. So these malts are crushed really fine and into a powder actually. So that's also done already. So you can throw it all into a bucket with some water, and your beer will be ready after 3 weeks. And then you can bottle it, and then you have to wait another 3 weeks, because brewing is waiting, of course. And then you have a nice beer. So that's what I want to talk about. In that video I will make, and I will show you my buckets and how, because I do bowl some hops separately to get that more hoppy taste into it. But I'm gonna show you that all in the video. So I have this one, and also I have this one, which comes actually in a pouch, but it's a really strong plastic one. So you also have to set this in hot water, like boiling hot water, for like 20 minutes to half an hour. So it softens it up, because now it's really syrupy and not easy to get it in. But this one is really nice. It's got like a cap on it. You open it, there will be a security thing inside. You have to pull it out, and then when your beer is when it's softened up after 30 minutes in boiling hot water, you just throw it also in the bucket with some extra water and some more sugar or malts, like I told you. Powder malts I use, and maybe, yeah, you can do some, if you want some spices with it, you can also do spices in there and stuff. But I don't really make spicy beers, always IPAs. But this one makes actually 23 liters of beer. So that's 40 pints, because on the other one it says 40 pints. So this one makes 40 pints of beer, this one also. Like 23 liter is 5 gallons. So if you're talking about 33 centiliter bottles, you have, if I'm correct, 60 bottles of 33 centiliter with one of these pouches. Yeah. So I got this one from a friend, but I looked online and it was like 15 euros or something for this one. It's a rather cheap one. So the ones I will, but now with the COVID, it's not really possible to get them. That's the Bulldog ones. They are in boxes, and they are more. There's even more in there. It's also in a bag. But now at this moment, many people are brewing at home with these easy to brew kits. So do try it, guys. And I will tell you much more about a video to come soon in the near future. So watch out for that video. I'm gonna show it all how to do it. It's really easy. You just have to buy a starter kit. That's really it, and some sanitizer to clean your stuff. But okay, I'm gonna round it up. So tomorrow, beer number 4 from the hoppy Beery Christmas. Okay, guys, cheers, and don't forget, a beer a day keeps the doctor away, guys. Cheers, bye.